Chapter 11. More about Scratch. Chapter 7. Changing appearance of sprite. Control blocks. Working with extensions. Drawing geometrical shapes. Making projects. In the previous class, we have learned how to open a Scratch 3.0 window and make simple projects using motion, looks, events, and sound blocks. We also learned to change the backdrop of the stage and add new sprites to a project. In this chapter, we will learn how to change the appearance of a sprite to create animation, about extensions, and their use. Changing appearance of a sprite. A costume is a specific appearance for a sprite. The Costumes tab displays all the costumes for the selected sprite. By default, a sprite uses only one costume. You can edit the sprite's costume and create animation by quickly changing the costumes of a sprite. To change the appearance of a sprite, Step 1. Open the Scratch window and go to the Costumes tab. Step 2. Select the Choose a Costume option, which is available at the bottom left corner of the Costumes tab. The various options available for adding a costume are: Choose a costume. This option allows you to choose a costume from the Costumes library, inbuilt in Scratch. The costumes are categorized under different categories such as dance, music, fashion, and fantasy. Paint. This option allows you to edit an existing costume or paint a new costume using the paint editor. Surprise. This option adds a random costume to the costumes list of the current sprite. Upload costume. This option lets you to upload a new costume from the image files stored in your computer. Once an image file is uploaded, it is added to the costumes list of the current sprite. Camera. This option lets you click a picture with the web camera on your computer and use it as a costume. Once clicked, the picture is added to the costumes list of the current sprite. Example: let us create animation of the cat sprite walking by changing costumes of the sprite. Step 1. Create a new project. Position the cat sprite as shown in the image. Step 2. In the scripts area, create the stack of blocks as shown in the image. Step 3. Click the green flag button to execute the project. The cat sprite is animated to walk, changed costume, with color changed as shown in the image. Step 4. Click the stop button to stop the project. Control blocks. The control blocks are used to repeat a set of instructions repeatedly. Let us learn the use of two common control blocks. Repeat block. This block is used to repeat the enclosed stack of blocks a specified number of times. Example: in this code, when the flag clicked, the sprite will move 5 times. Forever block. This block is used to repeat the enclosed stack of blocks continuously until stopped. Example: the sprite will walk continuously until stop button is clicked. Working with extensions. Extensions is a new feature in Scratch 3.0. Scratch extensions make it possible to connect Scratch projects with external hardware such as Lego Education, WeDo 2.0, or Microbit, and sources of information on the web such as Google Translate or PenBlocks, allowing for more advanced functionality. Each extension gives students an extra set of coding blocks to take Scratch's capabilities even further. With new robotics extensions, students can use Scratch to program motors, lights, and sensors. With the Google Translate extension, students can program characters to speak in other languages. Some extensions can work offline, but others require a Bluetooth or Wi-Fi connection. Adding extensions. Extensions can be added to a project by using the Add Extension button present at the bottom left corner of the Scratch window under the Code tab. To add an extension are: Step 1. Click the Add Extensions button. A gallery of available extensions is displayed. Step 2. Click a desired extension. The blocks present in the selected extension are added to the blocks palette with the same name as that of the extension. Each selected extension adds a collection of command and reporter blocks that can be used to interact with a particular device or data source. Pen extension. The pen extension is a collection of blocks that are used to draw on the stage using the sprite as a pen. The pen blocks category is displayed under the Code tab, and the pen blocks color-coded green are displayed in the blocks palette. Some of the blocks under the pen extension are: blocks, use, pen down, puts the pen of the sprite down so that it draws as it moves. Pen up, pulls the pen of the sprite up so that it does not draw as it moves. Set pen color, sets the pen's color to a specified value. Erase all, clears all pen marks and stamps from the stage. Set pen size to, sets the thickness of the pen to a specified value. Stamp, stamps the sprite's image on the stage. Change pen color, changes the pen's color by the specified value. Example: let us make the cat sprite draw a trail on the stage as it moves. Step 1. Create a new project and click the Add Extensions button. Step 2. Now add the pen extension to the project from the gallery. Step 3. In the Scripts area, create the stack of blocks as shown in the image. Step 4. Click the green flag button to execute the project. The sprite moves and draws a trail as it moves. The pen up block temporarily disables the sprite from leaving a trail. Drawing geometrical shapes. The pen blocks can be used to draw various geometrical shapes on the stage, such as circles, rectangle, square, or triangle. To draw any geometric shape, we need to know the length the sprite has to move to draw a side of the shape and the angle it needs to turn to complete the shape. Some more examples using repeat block. We can create polygons and circles using the repeat block. To draw a shape of n sides, the sprite has to turn at the angle 360 divided by n degrees. The turning angle depends on the number of sides of the polygon. For example, to make a triangle 3 sides, the sprite has to turn 360 divided by 3 is equal to 120 degrees. The number of steps in the repeat block can be changed accordingly as you want the number of the side. So the command will be shape, number of sides, turning angle, stack of blocks. Figure, triangle 360 divided by 3 is equal to 120. Square 360 divided by 4 is equal to 90. Pentagon 360 divided by 5 is equal to 72. Circle 360 divided by 360 is equal to 1. Drawing a rectangle. To draw a rectangle, we need to turn the sprite by 90 after every movement. This needs to be done 2 times to complete the rectangle. Step 1. Create a new project and click the Add Extensions button. Step 2. Now add the pen extension to the project. Step 3. In the scripts area, create the stack of blocks as shown in the image. Step 4. Click the green flag button to execute the project. Using stamp block. Sometimes we need to add multiple images of a sprite in a project. The stamp block in the pen extension lets you do it of a sprite. Example, let us create a project in which the robot sprite draws a pentagon, leaving a copy of itself at each vertex of the pentagon. Step 1. Create a new project and delete the cat sprite. Step 2. Add the retro robot sprite from the sprites library. Step 3. Click the Add Extensions button and add the pen extension to the project. Step 4. In the scripts area, create the stack of blocks as shown in the image. Step 5. Click the green flag button to execute the project. Making projects. Project 1. Let us create an animation of a fire dragon moving and spewing fire. Step 1. Create a new project. Step 2. Delete the cat sprite and add the dragon sprite from the sprites library. Step 3. In the sprite info pane, change the X and Y value of the sprite to -150 and -60 respectively. Step 4. In the sprite info pane, change the size of the sprite to 50. Step 5. Add the Jurassic backdrop from the backdrop library. Step 6. In the scripts area, create the stack of blocks as shown in the image. Step 7. Click the green flag button to execute the project. Project 2. Let us create an animation of a dancing ballerina. Step 1. Create a new project. Step 2. Delete the cat sprite and add the ballerina sprite from the sprites library. Step 3. In the sprite info panel, change the X and Y value of the sprite to -150 and -60 respectively. Step 4. In the sprite info panel, change the size of the sprite to 50. Step 5. Add the Spotlight backdrop from the music category from the Backdrop library. Step 6. In the Scripts area, create the stack of blocks as shown in the image. Step 7. Click the green flag button to execute the project.